Hi, I'm Robb Zipp, and welcome to the most metal Friday morning. I'm your host, and today I am live. It's October 25th, 2024, and I'm bringing back a return guest because they have a new album coming out in a couple months. So let me welcome, all the way from Finland, uh, uh, all the way from Finland, Admire the Grim. Hey guys, welcome back to the
Hello.
show.
Hello.
Thank you.
Thanks. Or I should say, welcome for the first time for the new guitar player.
Bass
player.
player.
Oh, bass. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you played bass. No, you play guitar.
We play guitars.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
My mistake. So yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you introduce yourself? Obviously, we know who plays what now.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Jani. I play guitar.
Yeah, I'm Sirja, and I play the guitar too.
And I'm Petri, and I play the bass. Just a less amount of strings, but almost the same.
Sure. Now, do you play with a pick or do you play with your fingers?
I plan on playing with a pick most of the time, but I tend to try and get more stuff doing with the fingers on some licks and stuff like that, but mostly with the pick.
All right. Well, the reason I wanted to have you guys back on is because you have a new album coming out in January. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
It feels amazing.
Yeah, we've been working on this for 2 years now, or something like that. So we are eagerly waiting for its release.
Yeah, it was right after the EP we started to make new music, and
Yeah, Jani had the first demos out probably a month after releasing the EP, probably.
yeah.
Wow, so that's pretty quick. I mean, but that was kind of a while ago. Like I talked to you guys, was it 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, something like that?
Almost 2 years, I believe. It was actually also January when we released the EP.
Right.
So I think it was after that, maybe.
So
almost, yes.
So tell me about the new album.
Well, Jani's mostly had the most time with the songs, so I think Jani has a few words on that.
I tell you that it was a challenge, of course, and we had quite rough times with it. Yeah, hundreds and hundreds of hours in front of the computer, and endless sound waves, and I can still see them.
Yeah. Jani mostly composes our songs and he makes all the guitar parts. So he has done a wonderful job with this album, and he makes so goddamn difficult songs that we are sweating with them to get them played.
But of course, you got involved.
Yeah, we're involved. Yeah.
From the arrangement parts.
And thank you for that.
Yeah, we're all helping and stuff, but Jani is the main guy here, and then of course Katri has made the lyrics and the vocals, so that's a big part too.
Yeah, Jani really challenged each one of us on our parts on the record, combining our forces in but pushing us to do stuff that we couldn't probably think about doing, like the hard parts and the riffage and
push it to the limit.
Yeah. The album is called Resist, and it's going to be fast and furious.
I mean, yeah, it should be. I mean, it wouldn't be Admire the Grim if it wasn't Fast and Furious, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
I mean, there are some slow and melodic death metal bands out there, but you guys are not one of them.
No, we tried for one song, but I think it's the least favorite of our songs for most people.
Yeah, I think the song that's most slowest has one of the most melodically balanced parts to it. I mean, which we worked on a lot but it turned out it should have had clean vocals at some point. But I think Katri changed it to having only like growls.
Yeah.
That really has that 90s melodic vibes.
Yeah. There are clean parts too, like the melodic part as well as not only speed but also some rhythm and.
Yeah, we have melodies but less clean vocals now.
Less clean, okay.
Yeah.
Katri was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna be like hardcore the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no problem. So when how does it work? Does Katri write the lyrics and then you write the music around it, or do you write the music and then she fits in the lyrics to the music?
We did first we did all the songs. And Katri, of course, she did when the first demo was done, she did the lyrics, and and the second demo was done, then she put on some lyrics on there, and
but for the most part, I think Jani has a base demo which we try to construct, and then we practice them at our practice space where Katri has her vision of the lyrics and she fits them to the demo, but usually the rhythm of the vocals tend to change when we have the final structure of the songs, but they do change in the end.
Yeah.
And on this album, is it all new material, or do you have anything that's reworked?
Yeah, one song we wanted to do again was the Mad Queen of the Second Sun. So it's going to be on this album.
It's kind of a remake.
It's fully re-recorded.
Yeah. It's still the same song, but re-recorded, and there's going to be a
they're frozen.
Yeah, it's like a compilation song.
Okay, I didn't catch any of that because you guys got frozen.
Oh
no!
Shit.
Yeah.
Where we left off.
Yeah, you said you started to say something about at the end. You said it's a kind of a compilation song, but I don't know what you were talking about. Was a compilation song.
And so the album has one old song, 7 new ones, and one acoustic one. And that one acoustic is a compilation of our old songs.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you could put. I think you could put Rogue 5 on every album, and
it's going to be in the acoustic song. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So it's featured.
And I think that when you mentioned Rogue 5, like I wasn't part of the band when they recorded the EP and they did that, but I think Jani has made like it's not Rogue 5 number 2, but I think this album has the same kind of energetic and single worthy song.
Okay.
As like Rogue 5 that I think we're trying to push out to be.
But it's like 5 times better.
And harder.
What's the name of the song?
Isn't it the title?
Resist. Yeah.
Resist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So make your not that I'm sure all the songs are bangers, but there was just something about Rogue 5 that it was like you could jam to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and I'm sure as a bass player, you'd appreciate, grooving to it. So I'm sure Resist. I can't wait to hear it. I've heard the first single you've put out, Crescent Moon.
Yep.
You put that out a week ago. So tell us a little bit about that.
So that was the first. It was the first song we made on this album, and I think it's still the better ones, in my opinion, because you can clearly hear that there is like old school Bodom vibes, and
I mean, I never wanted to say this, but you definitely give me some Alexei Lally vibes.
He's heard that before.
Yeah, you're not the first one to say that.
Okay, I did. I thought that before, but I didn't want to. Since you mentioned Bodom, I was like, well, now it's probably safe to mention it. But
yeah,
I mean, that's a great person to look up to. Maybe not drink as much as he does, but
maybe.
But
that's good advice. Yeah.
But
and actually, Laiho is what is in common with me and Jani, because I also wanted to play guitar as a teenager when I first saw Alexi Laiho. So
I mean, he's got to be like a national hero, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, sure.
The fun part is that like when Jani asked me to join the band and play, like I used to be a real hardcore and metalcore kid, like young. Like I wasn't that into like In Flames, Children of Bodom, or bands like from the melodic death side or of metal. But I think Jani has shown me the potential of the music that I haven't yet to have listened to, and
discovered that.
I haven't discovered that. Yeah, I mean, last year and this year there's been countless like tour drives that Jani has given me. Like, yeah, here's Children of Bodom live in Tokyo. We're gonna listen to this CD for the whole drive to the gig, and I'm like, okay, then we're listening to the record, and I'm also giving back my piece of music that Jani hates or loves. I don't know.
Yeah, and
on drives.
Like Tokyo Warhearts was maybe my first touch with Children of Bodom, and that hit me hard. And I wondered how can someone play this good? Mm-hmm. How can someone play guitar like a god?
Yeah. Huge inspiration too for many people.
Yeah, for sure, without a doubt. Well, I mean, it's good that he's inspired you guys, and you're still making good new music. Can we listen? Is Joni from Inverse gonna come down on me if I play?
No.
Yeah, I know. We're
Hi, Joni.
I know. Yeah, I don't think he's watching. Maybe he'll watch later. But so you put out. I think this is just. It's just is it a visualizer or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got just a small visualizer loop that's part of the canvas that I did for Spotify.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even. I use Apple Music. I think if you have an iPhone, it makes sense to use Apple Music. If you have an Android phone, it makes sense to use Spotify. I know some people that use both, which that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I think for the US, I think Apple Music is much more used than in Europe. I think in Europe people use Spotify more. I think, but I don't know. Maybe in the UK they use Apple Music also.
I don't know. I know most people here use Spotify too, but it didn't make sense for me to pay. Like I have YouTube Premium, so I get YouTube Music, and I barely use that. Yeah. I have Amazon Prime, so I get Amazon Music, and I don't ever use that. So it's like, you're paying for all these things.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you going to use? I live on YouTube. I live on YouTube, but I do have an iPhone, so I listen to app, and I have to pay. I pay for like a family plan, so I get Apple TV, Apple Music, and iCloud to save my files. So it doesn't make sense to pay Spotify also. So I know it's important to bands to get those streaming numbers up, right, on the different platforms. Which one? I heard like maybe like Tidal pays the best, or is it YouTube or
Tidal? Actually, I'm using it.
You use Tidal?
Yeah,
I hear Tidal's great, but I don't know anybody that uses it.
Here I am.
Yes, you're right. Tidal. I mean,
I'm always the only one.
Sirius like the divider in our group because everyone else uses Spotify, but Sirius the Tidal user here.
Yes, and whenever anyone shares with me any music, I'm always, where's the title link? I need the title playlist.
Well, let's look on YouTube. We've got your YouTube page pulled up. I am still subscribed. There you go. I'm only on YouTube and LinkedIn. That's it. So I'm sorry I can't follow you guys anywhere else. But let's take a look at. We'll take a listen to. In my make sure this is not muted. It's like you're dancing on the guitars, you know? I love the breakdown.
Yeah, great.
The shredding, man. The shredder. Yes.
No, it's going to stay in my head for another 2 weeks.
No, man, it's great. I like it. Here, you guys don't need to see me that big. There we go. It's about you guys. It's not about me. No, that's great, man. It's a great single to start off your album with. The recording is great. How you guys produced it was really good. Who produced this album for you guys?
It was Saku Moilanen
No, he mixed and mastered, but we produced it
produced.
Oh, the
ourselves.
producer, the mix and mastering, all that. Yeah.
Yeah. We produced it ourselves, but we had 2 different studios on recording and mixing and mastering.
Okay.
Yeah. So only Lappalainen did the recording. And,
the recording process was.
Yeah.
And Saku did the mixing.
Yeah.
So basically the same team that did the EP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's cool. I mean, you can hear every instrument, you can hear everything, and sometimes things can get washed out or muddled, But I could hear everybody, and I could just imagine. Is it Tommy, the drummer?
Yep.
Yeah, I can just imagine him back there with my hat on.
Yeah. We're sad that Tommy couldn't make it because he has been wearing your hat so much that it's all brown from the sun, and he uses it every day.
Yeah, if Tommy would have been here in my place today, he would have worn that hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. I changed my channel name, so it's kind of like a vintage hat now.
Oh,
okay.
So I still, do I have one up here? Yeah. Oh, actually, I have 2 of them. I still have 2 more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
They still have the stickers on them. I've never.
Yeah.
But yeah, I changed my channel name. It's just the Robb Zipp Show now.
Okay.
But I still, I don't know if you guys ever have time to watch any of my videos. It's okay if you don't. No worries. But I do say my send off is, I'm Robb Zipp. I'm at this place, so join me and let's have the most epic adventures. So I'm still having the most epic adventures. It's just on the Robb Zipp Show. So if I need to. I need to send one of these to my friend in Germany. In Berlin. He walked me around Berlin like over a year ago. I told him I'd send him a hat. I never have. So and if Tommy wants another one of these, maybe I could send him another one. I don't know. I might keep one just as a, unvarnished, new, who knows?
Collector's copy.
Collector's copy.
Collector. Who's going to collect that? I still have a bunch of buttons and stickers. I still have these stickers with the old QR code. I sent you guys some of these.
Yeah. So
it's whatever. The channel's still here. I'm still here. You guys are still here.
Yep.
So how long ago did you guys record the album?
Oh,
it was this summer. Correct.
Yeah, June.
Was it like 2 weeks?
Well, it was in parts. Like Tommy did the drums like from Thursday to Saturday, and then you did.
But the whole time combined, it was.
The whole time combined, it was probably 2 weeks. Yeah. With everything, with the gang shouts and everything.
Okay, so why wait until January 31st to release it?
I don't know.
I think Katri had this nice little idea that we could pump up the record and have some promotional time for it to have some like fresh air for the singles to be released. Like this month we released 1 single and we got a couple more in the bank too.
Yeah, because nowadays people apparently don't listen to whole albums anymore, but they listen to their own playlists. So they listen to 1 song at a time, kind of. So we wanted to still be old school and make a whole album instead of just songs
or EP or smaller.
No question about it.
Yeah, but we wanted to get aboard to this new style of listening by releasing 3 singles during this fall.
Yeah, before the main release.
Yeah, so that's the reason.
What you're doing, it's really old school, because back in the day, they would release just singles on 45s. So there would be a single and there would be a B-side, and then after they released so many singles with the B-sides, they would put those on an album. And that would be the album. So you guys are kind of going back to
That's true.
The
Yeah,
original guy.
yeah,
So we got Hybrid Dwarf 92 says, "Hey guys."
yeah.
That's Tommy.
That's Tommy.
Oh, hey. Thank you for wearing my hat all over Finland.
It's now gray and brown from the sun.
Yeah, that's okay. Well,
Because of the sun.
yeah, so you right now, I mean, it's getting the days are getting a little shorter, right? Because didn't you have like
Yeah.
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 A lot
8
shorter.
hours of
It's
sunlight?
like pitch black.
It's
in
pitch
here.
black
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah, it's pitch black. Yeah.
Yeah.
What time is it there?
6:30
Yep.
p.m.
PM.
Yeah, okay, 6:27. Okay, so you're 8 hours ahead.
Yep.
All right. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. Well, nice of him to join us in the chat if he's, if he can't be here. I'm sure, people had to work and everything. So I appreciate you guys that could make it. I could have made it a little later, but I've got something else I've got to do today.
No worries.
This is fine with us.
Okay. Yeah, I know that the time difference can be weird, but we probably did this early. For me, it was probably in the morning. For you guys.
That's such a Finnish thing to say.
Yeah, you should send him the link. He can join us from the sauna.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could FaceTime Tommy from the sauna.
Yeah.
Tommi, minä haen lisää kaljaa nyt. I'm gonna grab another beer. Sorry.
Tommy would be proud.
But you mentioned by listening to the single that Jani's got that shredder in him to make some good solos. But I remember him writing. I don't remember which one of the songs from the album it is, but someone told Jani that like after a show that you gotta write longer solos. So then one day he did like a demo for one of the songs on the album and said, "Now I've made a fucking long solo." So the album's gonna have a few long ones.
Yeah.
But they're worth it. Yeah.
That comment bugged me so much, so I
Is this for like a minute? The solo?
yeah, there's one song on the new record that's like around 1 minute mark or something.
The solo for you.
But hey, but still, that's not that is nothing compared to
something.
Dragon Force or something.
Oh, sure. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing but solos. Look at you double fisting.
What?
He had a beer in each hand. Yeah. I need some water. So.
Sorry, it's Friday now, so
yeah, it's Friday. Exactly. No worries, dude. No
Perfect day for an interview with Finns.
Yeah, Friday night.
Yeah. So what are you guys? What are you listening to right now?
what we are listening.
Well, when I'm walking to work, I've been listening mainly to the record because I've been wanting to get the songs in my head because obviously we're gonna have a release show for the record, and also we've got gigs coming up, and also some other stuff. But I've been listening to the record actually.
Yeah. I think I've been listening to Van Sidian. It's I feel like we talked about Van Sidian the last time too, but
Probably.
I remember.
yeah, it's
Or in another interview probably because we've talked about playing shows with them.
But that's a fucking cool album.
yeah. So I think that's what I've been listening last.
I have listened movie scores and game music and
I've made Jani listen to Kublai Khan.
Kublai Khan TX. Yeah.
Oh, Kublai Khan. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in Houston, so Kublai Khan are from
Texas.
Dallas.
And Wild. Holy shit.
I made Jani listen to Kublai Khan for countless of fucking minutes.
And I have to say that's entertaining music. I love it.
Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah, and I also have to mention that. Have you heard Majesties from the States?
Who?
Majesties.
Majestus? No, I don't think so. It doesn't sound familiar. Majestus?
All right. It sounds like a
old
old 90s Gothenburg. Like
okay.
In
yeah, like Entombed and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just remember they weren't from Gothenburg, but they still have that sound. Gatecreeper has that sound.
Hmm?
I like those guys a lot.
But Majesties was like.
Yeah,
can you show it? Can you show
yeah,
it?
it's fun. It's probably upside down, or it won't focus. So
Se oli liian kirkkaalla. Hold on a minute.
It's better.
Majesties.
Oh, Majesties. No, I haven't heard of them.
That's a fucking killer album. You should listen to that.
Okay. Majesties. Okay. Did you see Tony?
Hey,
thank you, Tommy.
Hey, you small little dwarf. Where's my my heart?
Where's your heart? Well, I mean, it's funny you call him a dwarf, and when I always think of Finland, I always think of the elves because J.R.R. Tolkien based the Elvish language off of Finnish language.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's
just when I hear Finnish, I think Elvish. It's the same to me.
Yeah. Well, talking about dwarves, like when I wrote the writer for our band,
You wrote the writer?
Yeah, I wrote the writer for our band.
Yeah.
So in the end, where I put our stage plan, I wrote there that a drummer needs a riser because he's so little. Please, like.
So you're not going to get a heart from him now.
No, probably not.
So you mentioned some shows and a release party. What do you guys have in the plans?
So for the release party or after?
Yeah, just whenever.
Well, we got one show next week on Saturday in Helsinki. That's mainly the one show that's before the release show. And probably after that, we're going to focus on the set for the release show and getting stuff done for that. And then we're probably just trying to book as many shows for the next year as possible.
And write some new music.
Yeah, also there.
So you're already working on another album?
Yeah. There is like 3 songs coming up.
Yeah, you got them in the making.
Yeah.
This
the
man
demo
is
phase.
crazy.
Yeah. He makes a record, almost burns himself out, and then he's like, "Well, guess I'm gonna do it again."
Yeah, that takes like 300 hours, and I'm just sitting here. And
yeah. Probably,
I don't do nothing at that time, so.
Probably the beginning of this year when Jani and Syria went through the songs and the demos, I think I almost had to pull Jani out of his fucking house because he locked himself up in his room and just did the demos and practiced, and I almost had to tell him that, hey, just take one day break and come play Magic with me or do some other shit.
Is there another life to live on?
No.
I see all the games in the background. Are those yours, Jani?
Yeah, we are actually in my house. There is some old school PS1, PS2, Xbox titles.
Yeah. No, that's great. And you said that you listen to a lot of movie and video game soundtracks, right?
Yeah.
So I listen to a lot of that. I listen to a lot of movie soundtracks myself. Sometimes some of the video game stuff gets in there too. Like those fantasy games always have epic soundtracks. What do you take from listening to those? Does it make your music more atmospheric or big or?
No, I think that it's just for myself. I don't really. I don't know if I get some new ideas from it, but I just like to sometimes go to another place and listen another tunes.
Yeah, I love it. Like a lot of people don't go to the movie theater anymore. They just watch movies at home. But I went to the movie theater yesterday and I watched the new Venom movie, which is not great, but they had some songs in there that were they had some Queen songs, and I was rocking out. That the sound system in these movie theaters is always awesome. So to hear all that surround sound with the orchestras, like I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so the scores for the Lord of the Rings movies, Howard Shore it just overtakes you. If you ever watch like Star Wars without the music, it's not so good. John Williams.
Have you seen the throne room scene without the music? It's on YouTube. Yeah. That's a good example.
Yeah. Also changing the song can make a huge difference.
Yeah. Like if you put the cantina music in the throne room scene, it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah.
They call that jizz music, which I don't know why George Lucas called it jizz music. Yeah, seriously, look it up. It's jizz music. It's not jazz. It's jizz music. It's ridiculous.
Oh shit.
But awesome. Anyway, on a tangent, I love it. I love music. I love metal music. I love you guys. You guys have a nice groove. You have a nice groove to your songs. Are you guys? So you mentioned you're going to put out a couple of singles before the album. Do you have any music videos you're going to post?
I don't think this time we are not going. Maybe next year. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe post-release of the album. Maybe we'll do a music video for a song, but mostly I think it's not that of a like a secret, but music videos are fucking expensive.
Yeah, we ran out of money.
It's like even making the record was a huge push for us because we put probably all the stuff that we could get from merch or from touring or playing shows, which isn't that much, but so it's like a self-released record.
Yeah.
I interviewed this band from Belgium a few months ago called Gnome. They're like a stoner metal band, and their videos, their music, they made a few music videos, and they're real simple, but they're really good. And he did them really cheap, so there's possibility. Do you guys know Jenny? She goes by Ryogun. On your record label. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right.
From Inverse Records.
Yes, from Inverse Records. Yeah.
Yoni.
No, not Yoni. It's no. Her name is Jenny, but she goes by
Jenny.
Yeah.
Rogue.
We don't. I don't know Jenny from Inverse.
Okay. Well, I don't think she works for the label, but she's on the label. Her name is Ryogun. Sorry, I'm not saying it right, but her music videos they look really expensive. So, but I don't think they are. So if you talk to Yoni, and maybe he could put you in connection with her or with her video team.
Yeah, probably.
That would be awesome. If you go on the Inverse Records YouTube page, you can see her videos on there.
Okay.
So
I think we'll check that out later. Yeah.
Like her and you guys are amongst my favorite on that record label, without a doubt. You know, and I've interviewed quite a few bands from that label because I don't know if I told you, I got connected with Yoni from Inverse back over 5 years ago when I went to Iceland and I met a band that was on his label called Narthral. I'm not sure if they're even still around, but they have that Gothenburg death metal sound, you know. So I really liked them. And Iceland's a small country, so some of the guys in that band are in other bands as well. But they gave me permission to use one of their songs in a video, and some videos. And they said, yeah, just use our credit, you know, just give us credit. And then I got copyright notice after they gave me permission. And so they told me to contact Yanni, and then Yanni had them whitelisted for me.
Yeah.
So, and then that's how I got in contact with Yanni, and was able to interview all the great bands on his label, like you guys. So that's my connection there.
Oh.
I was going to go to Finland, not this summer, but the previous summer, for the Helsinki Metal Fest. Helsinki Metal Fest.
Oh yeah.
And I know you guys were playing the pre-party for that, right? Didn't you guys play the pre-party for that?
No, we applied for a contest, but we didn't get the slot.
Yeah, I think there was an application to apply for the slot to play in the pre-party or the after-party.
Or something like that. Yeah, but we didn't make it.
Yeah, we didn't make that. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't touch open wounds on that. I apologize.
No,
it's okay.
That's all right.
It's these days, even in Finland, where we have so many like metal bands and stuff, it's really fucking hard to get like those shows to be booked. Like I don't know if it's because bars and clubs and they are struggling after like the Corona years. Like people aren't going that much for live shows anymore, so it's not that for a good investment for like clubs to have shows that don't book or sell lots of tickets. That they're mostly like I don't know what's the English word for ticket risk shows. Like we only get an amount of ticket sales after some amount, which the bar takes first, because they have to pay for the tech, for the sound engineer, and for that. So all the overgoing budget or the ticket sales, then that's what the bands usually get. So those ticket risk shows aren't the first ones that the clubs want to book.
Right.
So it's really hard to get shows these days, let alone talk about festival shows.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I understand, man. I mean, yeah, I can't imagine that. Yeah, it's hard here too. I think it's the same thing. They want the bands to sell the tickets, you know, and it's like every band they're all hustling on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah,
it's tough, you know. Like me, I'm almost like that, you know. Like I feel like I kind of have to hustle a little bit to try to get people to watch my stupid videos.
No, I'm not stupid. But the music industry has turned, like some say, into a t-shirt industry. Like bands don't get money for streams or selling records. Bands get money for selling merch and doing tours.
Yeah.
That's where all the money basically comes in, from labels and stuff. So like talking about making music videos, if you don't have merch sales or don't tour or don't do shows, you don't have the money to do music videos or stuff. And when we live in a world that's so media based, like if you don't have music videos, you're not gonna be as visible on the markets as some bands that like have them.
Yeah.
Like, so on.
I mean, you guys did a music video for Rogue 5, and that was fun. That looked like it wasn't super expensive to make. So
depends on what's expensive.
Okay.
It was expensive.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
Okay,
if you're paying
EP
like production,
obviously EP wasn't that expensive compared to the album. So there's that
are there any
music video.
are there any cool like natural sites near you, or abandoned churches, or anything like that?
Plausible.
We have discussed the music videos and making them low budget, but we have all these crazy ideas that we want to do.
Yeah, like the.
Uh-oh. Okay, they're frozen again, so I'm not quite sure what they're saying, but they're probably talking about some of their music video ideas. Yeah, you guys got frozen for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, I got frozen too. Okay.
Yeah, we got the loading screen.
Okay, well, you started to say that you had some crazy ideas for the music videos, and then you went frozen.
Yeah. So that's why we kind of rather make those crazy ideas than do something smaller and cheaper. So we kind of rather don't do it cheap and small, but we want to do
it. We had this like laughs about ideas of making like music videos. Like I remember Yanni showing like, was it Blink 182's song where they did with the action figures? Or
Sum 41. Sum 41.
Yeah, Sum 41 has a video where they do the whole video with action figures, and we thought about like ideas of like making a video game style music video and stuff like that. But then we kind of need the side of things to produce and create the video, because we are only capable of doing stuff to a certain extent, but we don't want to push out something that's like half-assed done.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. If there's a will, there's a way. You can do it. You can do it. Maybe I shoot everything with my iPhone. So maybe I should come to Finland and say, guys, I'm going to make a fucking video. If you don't like it, don't use it. But I'm going to use my phone. And,
sounds great. So are you going to redo your trip? I believe you were going to Wacken open air then.
Oh my god! No.
So
not here.
I'm not going to go there again.
Okay.
So let me tell you the saga.
There's a saga for this.
Yeah, there's a saga. So I went in 2019. I had 2 tickets. When I bought the tickets, I had a girlfriend, and we were going to go together. But when it came time to go, I didn't have a girlfriend anymore.
Oh no!
So I had the 2 tickets, and back then they were paper tickets, and it says you can't resell it. So I paid for 2, and I couldn't find a way to get rid of it. So I had 2 tickets. So I went. I saw my friends that I met in Iceland, which is cool. I met Kieran from Bloody Wood. I saw Bloody Wood there.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. I had a great time. I loved it. I had some friends I made in Germany that were there. It was heaven. It was metalhead heaven. I loved it so much. So on the Sunday, when I went back to Bremen, because I went back to Bremen from Wacken, and I was on the train back to the hotel I was staying at, and I booked my ticket for 2021. I bought for 2020. I bought one, just one this time. So I booked it for 2020. Well, a pandemic happened, and they canceled it. And so they said, okay, well, we'll move it to 2021. So I said, okay. And I booked my air flight, and I was ready to go. And then right before very soon before they were going to do the show, they canceled it. And I got some plane credit back, but not all of it. I lost a couple of $100.
Oh no.
And so I said, okay. And then at the end of 2021, I lost my job that I had for 20 years. Yes, I'm older than I look. So I got laid off. it wasn't. I didn't do anything wrong. It was just stuff. So in 2022, I didn't have a job, so I couldn't buy a ticket and I couldn't buy plane fare. Okay. At the end of 2022, I got a job as a flight attendant. So I work for an airline now, and I can fly for cheap. So in 2023, I got a ticket to Wacken, and I flew to Hamburg. I got to Hamburg, and then Thomas said, "If you're not already on the grounds, don't come. It rained too much.
Oh,
we can't let anybody else on the ground." So I was in Hamburg for a week, and then I went to Berlin for a couple of days, and then I came home, and I was going to come to Helsinki, and I was going to go to that because they gave me press credentials for the Helsinki. It was the first year, and they gave me press credentials, and I was going to go see Blind Guardian, and I had spent so much money because I was planning on camping at Wacken, but since I couldn't go, I had to pay for hotels in Germany, and I just ran out of money. And then so I left. I think I talked to you and told you I'm not going to come to Finland after all. And I came back to Texas, and then 2024, what did I do? So for 2024, I covered the Wacken Metal Battle for the USA. And actually, the last interview I had before you guys was the winner of that. Cascade Effect from San Diego. And I said, they had one extra pass that I could have used to come in with them. So I didn't need to buy a ticket. But I still had to pay for. I can fly for cheap, but not for free. So I was trying to get sponsorship to get me there, and I couldn't get enough sponsors to get me there. So I just couldn't afford to go. And it's just like, so that's my saga, my Wacken openers. So I'm still going to cover the metal festival. That's fun. But I'm not going to go all the way to Germany again. That's what I'm saying now. I don't know.
We'll see.
Change, but it's been so difficult to try to get back there for me. Because it's another continent. So it's easy for me to get to places in the United States. I can fly for free anywhere in the United States, and if I stay with someone, if I can have a host that puts me up, that's what happened when I went to Milwaukee Metal Fest. I flew for free. I had press credentials for the festival, and I stayed with someone in Milwaukee. So that's the only way I was able to do that. So just keep that in mind. It's about different airlines cost. It's like it's around $400 for me to get to Europe and back. It's actually it's only about $200 for me to get to Ireland, which is part of Europe. But that's all I have to pay. I just have to pay the taxes, basically.
Yeah, not bad.
So not bad, but still, when you have $0, 200 times what you make.
Exactly.
I do have my YouTube monetized, but I spend more money making the videos than I make. So anyway, I'm doing some other stuff to try to. Anyway, that's my saga about Wacken and why I haven't gone back since 2019. I've tried, but there we go.
Oh,
Do you guys go to that?
I've never been.
No, never.
Me neither.
Okay. It's fine. It's a fun time.
There's many friends who ask.
I would like to, but
I would say you should go at least once.
Yeah.
They have every kind of metal band, every kind of subgenre there. That's where I really fell in love with power metal. Was there. They don't. That stuff isn't real huge in the United States. A lot of those bands. So when I get to see, like when I went to the Milwaukee Metal Fest on that Friday, I saw Blind Guardian, Symphony X, Camelot, Hammerfall. You know, I'm like, I've never seen it. I had never seen any of those bands in the United States. You know, so that was awesome for me.
Sounds great.
Who would? You know, we're going almost an hour here, so I'm gonna let you guys go here in a minute. But real quick, if you guys had a dream festival lineup that you guys played at, who would you play with, living or dead?
Living or dead?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll say 3 artists.
Just give me 3 artists. That's perfect.
Other 3 artists. August Burns Shred, Kublai Khan, and Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Michael Jackson's great, so yeah, why not?
And that's one of yours too, right?
No.
You're gonna say 3 different. You're gonna say 3 different.
Yeah,
3
3
different.
Yeah.
Oh, this is difficult.
Because then we can combine them all
Oh yeah,
to one festival.
that would be one kick-ass festival. 3, well, Children of Bodom, obviously.
Fuck you. I was wrong.
Then I had something in mind. I forgot it. Oh my god. If you know, you can say.
What?
I forgot what I was going to say. You're gonna.
Okay, Sirius at 1. You can go.
Here's my 3 bands. Stone, of course, from Finland.
Yeah.
And Boston.
Boston?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Boston.
Okay.
It's a big
All right. Okay.
And the third one would be Parkway Drive.
And now I remember, it was Hollywood Vampires I was going for.
Hollywood Vampires.
Johnny
Okay.
Depp,
Yeah.
and then one of my favorites, Profane Omen.
Okay, I'm not familiar with them.
Did you know that I've seen Hollywood Vampires live?
I wish.
Well, that's Joe Perry, Johnny Depp, and Alice Cooper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to the Rainbow Room in Hollywood. They've got a Lemmy statue. They have some Lemmy murals, and then in there there's like a upstairs like balcony kind of area that's like reserved for the Hollywood Vampires. But you can go in there, but it's got like all their signatures, and it's like this is their hideout.
Nice.
There's actually one for the Children of Bodom's band in Helsinki, a bar.
Yeah.
Has their own booth there. Like it's booked for them for the rest of the eternity. Like,
Yeah. Well, you've got there's Children of Bodom After Midnight, which is kind of the same band, right? Or was it After Midnight, or was it After Dark?
After
Midnight.
Yeah.
It was After Midnight. Okay, and then I first heard Leho in Synergy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great band. I don't know what happened with that, but
I think 2 old members of Bodom have since played now in a band called Warman.
okay. Well, it's good that they're still doing things together, and it's good that you guys are. It's good that you guys are still doing stuff. I'm excited to hear the whole album when it comes out. Maybe one day I'll come to your town, and
or we come to Texas.
Yeah. I don't know the Kublai Khan guys, but I know I know people that know them. Yeah, like they're just outside of my. I'm gonna see Judiciary on next week. They're another Texas band, and so they're from Amarillo, Texas, Lubbock, Texas.
Yeah.
But the guitar player is also in Gate Creeper, so his name is Israel. Izzy. I know he knows the Kublai Khan guys, so I can try to see what I can do.
Either they come to us or we come to them.
You guys are always welcome to come to Texas, man. You're always welcome here.
Right.
I can clear out the forest here.
Oh, yeah.
Make some room for you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Looks nice and cozy. So
Yeah, familiar.
Well, Santa Claus is.
That's cute.
He's hiding behind me. It's like, what's he doing back there? What's he doing?
That's a little creepy.
Well, I hope you guys have a happy Halloween. I don't know if it's celebrated much there, but have fun with whatever you guys do. I can't wait to hear the album. And thanks again for coming back on.
Thanks for inviting us. It's been fun.
Yeah. All right, guys. Anything else you want to say?
album's out January 31st. New single's gonna come out next month.
Yeah, it's my birthday.
When's your birthday? Wait.
It's January
31st.
31st. Yeah.
Okay. Well, happy early birthday. That's gonna
Thank you.
That's gonna be a great celebration.
Yeah, album celebration.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Who are the bands?
It's going to be on
Friday.
Weekend.
It's a Friday.
It's a Friday.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. Congratulations. Album release and your birthday on the same. Oh man, I hope somebody's driving you home.
Hopefully.
It's usually me who's driving, so I've got you covered.
Okay, awesome, guys.
It's part of the adventure to walk home drunk.
Okay.
All right.
January 31st, I would imagine it would look like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But then there's more light, so that's positive.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right, guys. Well, again, it's a pleasure. You guys are the best. I wish you all the best. And again, I can't wait to hear the album. Resist, right?
Resist.
Correct.
Resist, out on January 31st, 2025 on Inverse Records.
Correct.
All right. Well, stick around, guys. I'm going to say something to my audience, and then I'll end this, but I'll be right back.
Thank
you. Oh, you're welcome. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're still watching this far, this is listed in my most metal interviews playlist, which is listed as a podcast. So I'm not exactly sure how that works with YouTube podcasts, but I hope if you watched, you enjoyed watching it. If you just listened, I hope you enjoyed hearing us. I've asked a couple other bands if they wanted to come back on, so I may have some repeat guests. I may have some bands that I've never interviewed before coming up soon. We'll see. It's been kind of sporadic with my band interviews, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you do check out their album. They're really a fun band, and Yanni he's a shredder. They're all excellent performers. So, all right. Next up on the channel tonight, unless it's sold out, I'm gonna go see Vice President Harris at Shell Energy Stadium. Me and my mom are going down there. Beyonce's going to be there. Willie Nelson's going to be there. It's going to be interesting. So hopefully I don't lose too many of you. If I do, that's too bad. Tomorrow I am going to a Halloween party at the Houston Museum of Natural Science. It's the biggest and best Halloween party in the city. So I'm going to have fun doing that. What else do I have going on? I'm going to, I mentioned on this podcast that I was going to a show. On Monday, I'm going to go see, I was asked to cover it for Silosis. They're from Reading, England, but they're on tour with Fit for an Autopsy. So I should be going to that. And then on Halloween, I'm going to Radio Tave by Meow Wolf. It's their opening day. So you got to see what Meow Wolf has in store for everybody here in Houston. That's going to be so cool. But thanks again to my friends, and admire the grim. And until next time, bye.